So I definitely don't know what's happening or why that is going on. Yes, it has frozen. It says 10 people are watching. There we go. Now somebody's saying much better. So I guess I'm back. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Anyways, here I am. Hello. Hey, Raquel just joined. I saw that. Welcome. I didn't get the chance to say welcome to you yet. Welcome and thanks for joining. I'm back now in a new feed and the sound is perfect. I don't know what's happening, why that's doing that. I really don't. But I'm gonna have to call somebody and get help with it because it's just gotten to be ridiculous. Yeah, Andrew, I'm in a new stream now. I had to start a new stream. I had to start over. It's so dumb. I don't know. Maybe we could go. I'll go over to the old one. So ridiculous. And I had all those cute thumbnails with the numbers. That took me a whole day to do. And then I had to go back and fix them because the numbers were wrong. And they all were broken. They were all broken. I think every single one of my lives on YouTube was broken. Every single one. It really made me mad. You're doing an excellent job. I'm really not. It's terrible. I need help. I need someone to help me fix it. All right. Well, it is what it is. I'm live now. It really doesn't matter. Let's just do our star blankets, shall we? I'm going to take this off. And that'll just be enough. At least I'll have a little something cringeworthy. I can post my cringy posts with that. Ta-da! So if you signed up for Star Blanket September, you should have gotten some cool surprises and delights like that hat I just took off. But another one of them that I did I haven't woven in the ends of this yet, but I did a different kind of edge for this, for my Star Blanket. Hi Debbie. So this is going to be my, this is going to be its own pattern for the Juniper Moon Farm Cumulus Degrade. So if you want to make one just exactly like it with this yarn, I'll be publishing that for you all. And it is so pretty, isn't it? So I ended up going into the 5th skein a little bit. So it's 5 skeins. It's going to be for a very special little baby. And I did that custom edge on it, a new edge, which is really quick and easy to do too. So there's the edge over there. And then there was just so much of the yarn left over. I did a little hat with the matching edge. And I think it looks like an acorn. So I'm calling it an acorn hat. But I actually dug out an old pattern to make this hat with, and the pattern is something I designed a long time ago, and it's called Maiya's Roommate's Hat. And it has, this one is called the swirly version. You see how it kind of slants. So there's the pattern for this little acorn hat is going to be in with the pattern for the blanket. And the little hat, I'm going to send that to anyone who signed up for Star Blanket September will get a pattern for the little baby hat. Here's my superstar again. ends need to be woven in. And I did not do the edge that is in the pattern, the Superstar Blanket pattern. I just did a little picot edge. I didn't want to do too much. This pink is a lot. This pink is really a lot. I think sometimes we make these beautiful blankets and then we put a big fancy edge on it and it takes away from the blanket. So I just feel like this pink is a lot, you know, like she's loud, she's calling a lot of attention to herself. And I just think all she really needs is just a little picot on the edge. So that's what I did for her. So this one's also complete. This one ended up being baby blanket size, and I used 2 of the pinwheel, 2 of the Knitting Fever pinwheel for this. So there's that. That's the star. That's the Superstar. And here's my Supernova as far as I've gotten on her. They're all girls, apparently. I think the star could be gender neutral or whatever. So this is my Supernova. I wish this is going to sound mean. I wish that I didn't have to show you all around so that I could have just worked on it in the last couple of days, but that didn't happen. And so it's not as far along as I would like it to be, but it's once again, it is what it is. So let me just get my yarn out of my little bucket here and I'll get to work. And so tomorrow I'm just going to do a little recap and I'm going to show you all the edges that the new edge for the little acorn blanket and the little woodland Senna Sandcastle blanket. And I'll show you the edge for that. And I'll show the picot edge for the Superstar. And hi, Wanda. I don't know if I'll show you an edge for this or not. It's just reverse single crochet. Maybe I'll just show you how to do reverse single crochet because a lot of people say that they struggle with reverse single crochet. So maybe I'll just show that. And then that should probably be enough. If I still have time, maybe I'll do that little hat too. And I'll show you all how to do the little hat. But let me get going on all this. Let me flip my view and I will get started. You started your star blanket the other day. You can already tell you're going to make so many. Oh, that's sweet. I love that. Yeah, somebody tagged me on my page today and said that they had 3 people come into their store. I guess they have a yarn store. They had 3 people come in and want to start a 6-day star blanket. And it sounds like this person had never heard of it before. I don't know. They must be living under a rock. But yeah, they seemed like they're posting it on my, tagging me, like, in case you want to know what it is, like, you're the only person left that didn't know what it was. So every time I think, surely everybody knows about the 6-day star blanket by now, then somebody comes up and is like, I've never heard of this. So there's a lot of people in the world. I'm so happy to see you all making your star blankets. It's really fun. I'll spread it out a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. I've been meaning to make one for so long and just have my second daughter. So, oh, that's so nice. Whoa. Oh, that's good. I almost knocked my drink over. Okay. I have these for my table so I have something to lean on so I won't get hurt. And yesterday I was filming a tutorial for the Supernova, so I had to move those. Okay, what am I doing? Where am I on here? Looks like I just finished round 7. What is this? 7B, I believe. Yeah, so I just have 2B and 3B. So I made some updates to the pattern, so now you don't have to have a round 3C or 2C or 3C. I rewrote it so that there would just be a round 2B and 3B. 2B, 3B. And then so your repeat rounds are going to be 2B, 3B, 4, 5A, 6A, 7B. So I promise it sounds a lot more complicated than it actually is. You know what else is complicated is when you use 2 balls of yarn and alternate them for your project. Okay, let me just get straightened out here. So whenever you're doing something like this with color work where you have different balls, untangle them every time, like keep them straight. Yes, I did fix my pole. Thank you so much, Andrew. I did. I remembered. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Yes, I remember to fix it. I was good. I took a little bit of a break from working so hard today. I took a swim and I went down to the water for a while. Hey, Autumn. Autumn says, hi, I created your 6-day star blanket. That's great. Okay, so this is 2B. Now remember that I am flipping my project every time before round 2, and then I'm picking up the other ball. I'm alternating 2 balls of yarn just to randomize the Noro colors even further than they already are. Okay, so 2B. And the pattern says replaces 2A from here to the end. So in your repeats, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you're always going to do this 2B from now on. It's going to take the place of your round 2. So chain 2, double crochet 2 together in the same stitch. And mark it. Chain 1 and skip 4. And that's 3 double crochet. Skip 2. And we're going to do that 5 times. So it's 3 double crochet, skip 2, 5 times. So that was 1. That was 2. That was 3. That was 4. And skip 2, and that should land us right in the peak. Let me put my Coke in my ice before it gets a little warm in here today. Okay, and always in my peak stitch, we're going to have 3 double crochet. Did you remember to bring your working timer? Yeah, but it fell on the floor when I got up earlier, so I can't reach it. Hi, Jennifer Rivenberg. Good to see you. Okay, now it's going to be skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next 5 times. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. Hi, Jojo. Thank you so much. The little boy is learning. He goes to crochet club on Tuesdays. He's learned a couple of granny squares. You're going to let him loose on the star. I was hoping to teach my friend's son how to do the 6-day star when I see him. I taught him how to do a granny square last time I saw him, and that was fun. And then he made a hat. Chain 1 and skip 4, double crochet 3 together. Okay, so there's where we're at so far. On the big peak, you're going to have 5 going up, 3, 3, 3 in the peak, 5 going down. In the bottom, you're going to have the double crochet 3 together with the chain 1 and skip 4 on either side of it. I'm doing the 6-day Supernova tonight. Okay, then same thing. Chain 1, skip 4, 3 double crochet in the next, and then skip 2, 1 time. So this was the reason I had a round 2C before, was because the way that I wrote this the first time, I said, do this and then repeat it. So I had to have one round because there's no repeat. You only do it once this time. So this round said, and this round didn't have any. It went right from the 333 to the from the double crochet 3 together to the 333, and there's nothing, there's no cluster on the side. So that's what's different between this and this. And then on the next round 3, this was repeated. So instead of having a whole other round, you know, written as do this and then repeat it, I just rewrote it to say do it one time, and the next time do it 2 times, and the next time do it 3 times. So that just explains why, if you have an older pattern, there was a 2C and a 3C. And I just updated it this week during Star Blanket September. I just knew that there was like an easier way to write it to be understood. And you know, I can kind of tell when not a lot of people are doing, a ton of people are doing the star and not a lot of people are doing the superstar or the supernova. It's because they're more difficult to read. So I updated everything, and I think it's easier to read and understand. Plus I have all these tutorials for you now and photos. So hopefully it'll make it easier. But anyways, that's what happened here. So now I'm at the peak and I'm going to 333. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next, 1 time. Chain 1 and skip 4, double crochet 3 together. Okay, so all the little peaks are just going to have 1 cluster on the side. Double crochet, every dip is going to have a double crochet 3 together with a chain 1 and skip 4 on either side of it. And then the big peaks have 5 clusters. So it's 5 and 1. So here we go. Chain 1 and skip 4. 3 double crochet in the next, skip 2 5 times. Whoops. Finally, someone doing a complex pattern. So this is for when you have done your 6-day star blanket and you really understand that one well, and then you want to kick it up a notch. Then you do the supernova. Skip 2 and 333 in the peak. 1, 2, 3, chain 3, skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next, 5 times. Chain 1 and skip 4, double crochet 3 together. Hey Amanda, good to see you. Chain 1 and skip 4, 3 double crochet in the next. So I'm just on my smaller peak, so I only have 1 on the side. And I'm going to skip 2 and go right to my 3, 3, 3 on the peak. What are you working on for October? I'll be at the beach and want to get what I need before I leave. Aren't you sweet? Wow. So I should put some lives and some things on the calendar. I was thinking in October that I would work on wearables, and I have been seeing a lot of people make shrugs, and I do have shrug patterns, but I have just noticed that when people pick up the patterns, they say like, oh, this is too complicated for me and stuff like that. So I was thinking it's probably time for me to 2.0 those patterns and make them easier for people to understand and make. So yeah, I think I'm going to be working on wearable stuff. And excuse me, I think I'm going to use some hand dyed that I have. Also, I haven't really talked about this a whole lot, but I really want to get my poncho pattern. I have a poncho pattern. Really like to get that out there as well. So there you go. I would say grab a couple skeins of hand dyed and let's make a shrug. How much did you size up on the hook for this one? This one works up pretty much like the star. So whatever you do for the star, you're going to be good for this one. So I only went up. What does this call for? This calls for a 3.5 to 4 millimeter. I think I'm using a 5.5. Just realized TikTok can't see the yarn. One, two, three, four, 5. Jean says hello. I love watching someone else crochet. It is mesmerizing, isn't it? I started crocheting in lockdown and I love it. Yeah, I think a lot of people started crocheting and knitting during lockdown. It's a great stress relief. I know if I don't crochet for a day or two, or God forbid 3, I don't feel right. I crochet every day. Chain 1 and skip 4. Jojo says, darn it, Betty, I promised myself I'd put my crochet away for this evening. Now I feel the intense need to get another round done. Well, don't let me stop you. I'm not going to argue with that. Don't do what I did and like not sleep. I did not sleep last night. I stayed up really late getting that email out there for the event. Make sure everybody had their email with the news with what's going on and the latest freebie. Chain 1 and skip 4, double crochet 3 together, cluster. I'm not saying the stitches, I'm talking. Chain 1 and skip 4, 3 double crochet in the next. And skip 2. 5 times. Oh no, COVID. Oh, bummer. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. The freebies went to the Star Blanket September list. So even if you're on my regular list, you had to sign up for Star Blanket September. I don't remember if I sent all the freebies to the whole list or not. I probably did send some of them. Yeah, so if you go to my link tree, the sign up is there. And then I've been sending emails, and I'll send up a wrap up email and make sure everything, everybody gets everything. So this is my yarn, the other ball of yarn that I'm alternating working with. So I'm coming up on it here, and I've been carrying it up the stitches so that I don't have to weave in a bunch of ends. So here we go. I'm just going to put this loop on the hook, and then I'm going to work just the last part of the stitch. Two, and then that just brings that end up to the top of the work, and when I come back around to it, I'll carry it up again until I need it. Yeah, all my patterns are free on my site, BettyMcKnit.com. And then I have the ad-free PDF for sale. The PDF is the same as the free version on the site. It's just for people who don't want to look at the ads. Thank you so much. I really love this yarn. Like, I really love it. It is so beautiful. I love all the different blues and greens that are in it. It just, I don't know. I just love it. I want to make something to wear with it. I want to wear it. I know, right? I think 6-day crochet, which is like my signature style, is just perfect with the Noro yarn. Jojo says, I like the PDFs, easier to follow, and I like to support awesome people with similar interests. Well, thank you very much. But if going to the site and getting it for free is also a way to support me, because I get paid by the ads, the people who put the ads on the site. Thank you so much, Diane in Colorado. But I do appreciate that people are thoughtful and they want to support my work and my business. I mean, I wouldn't be able to keep doing it if it weren't for that. I enjoy doing it, but we all got to eat and have a roof over our heads. You know what I'm saying? But doing crochet online has been a decent little job. I really love it. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more, 5. Chain 1 and skip 4. Double crochet 3 together. Chain 1 and skip 4. You're trying to find a presence online? You mean as a business? Something for everyone. We can all choose what we prefer. I'm a sucker for a printout. I mean, I'm the same. I always get the PDF. I can't read it off of a website. But I hear like, okay, I hear a lot. I'm on social media a lot, and I'm in business to do this. And there's been something that's been happening more recently, and that is that the free pattern, people who are designing free patterns they're putting more in the paid pattern, more value in the paid pattern. And so I have people who are coming to me and saying, but I paid for the pattern. And so then they're expecting there to be something more in it because other designers put more in their paid patterns than they put in their free patterns. But that is not the model that I follow. My free and paid patterns are the same. And it's because there are going to be some people who are never going to pay for a pattern. I feel like I'm off by one here. And then there are people who are never going to read the pattern at all, and they just only want the video now. So that's a whole other thing. It's just another way to present the pattern that it's almost like necessary. I do these lives where I demonstrate and I talk through the pattern on lives, and people are trying to use them as just like the sole source of information about the pattern. They're trying to use the video as a replacement for the pattern. I know you can't do everything, but I guess I was thinking about pulling that out. 2, 3, 4. If I do it, I can tell that's not the correct stitch though. Let's just go with it and see what happens. And then I hear things like, like I'll hear creators say things like, I could see if it was a free pattern. So then people think a free pattern means, well, it was a free pattern, so I can just make my own tutorial, or I can just do this with it, or I can just do that with it. But no, it is a free pattern, but it's still copyrighted. It's still protected. It's still all those same things, So I just think there's a lot of I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, misunderstanding maybe about how free patterns work. Some people don't care about the ads. They just want the pattern for free. I'm still one off, but I'm just gonna go with it. You couldn't used to just find instant access. That's true. I'm doing a star blanket right now in blues. Also awesome. Oh no, I totally get it. I didn't mean Jojo, I didn't mean you specifically. Um, I'm just I'm just sitting here talking to myself and trying to think up things to talk about. I was making one for my friend having a baby, but turns out she's having twins, so I have to do two. Yeah, and I definitely have the different options there for people who, so that people have the options that work best for them. 2, 3, 4. I hope it's not too hot for you all with the pain and swelling you're both dealing with. Yeah, no, I didn't mean you specifically or think that you had some other expectation. I just know people are going to watch this and, so I'm just talking. I'm just blabbing. I have diarrhea of the mouth, as they used to tell me when I was little. You're very talkative. Yep, that's me. Sitting here blabbing away. My pain is a burning sensation. Oh, I hate that. I used to have that with my lipedema before I had surgery. It would get really bad. Now it's in my back, and I really want to have it removed because that definitely really helps with the pain. TikTok's making me do that puzzle thing. I'm definitely off by one. I don't know where I got off, but I think I should just go back to where it started and fix it because they're all off. Sometimes if you're one off, it's like it's just on that one, you have one too many on one side and not enough on the other, and it balances itself out. But this isn't, something happened here. Oh, I see exactly what it is. It was me. C'était moi. I only skipped 3 right here, not 4. That's what happened. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Probably because I was talking. Now I have a big mess. Thank you for the finger heart. I don't know why, I just thought it would magically fix itself. I'm going on a trip and I'm trying to figure out what to take on the plane. To crochet. Maybe. They almost never do fix themselves. I know. I don't know what I was doing. What was I doing? I was being lazy. No, I'm not going to be doing another star blanket just for fun. Um, I do want to take something I'm going to enjoy working on, and that is not going to be a lot of thinking and struggling. And sometimes if I'm doing like a new design idea or something like that, it's not a good project to take on like a trip, because if I get frustrated or something's not working, I can't, it's like all I have to work on. Then I'm like, now what? Now what do I do? This isn't working. I can't just go into the next room and like grab some other yarn and start working on something else. Don't forget to take a break and hydrate. Thank you, Andrew. Yeah, I didn't run my timer either, and it's 8 o'clock. It's definitely been 60 minutes, so I should set this down. I'm almost to the end of the round. I would be there if I hadn't done a dum-dum. I did a bad. I did a dumb. I think the 6-day blankets, like the 6-day regular 6-day blankets and star blankets, are great to use for baby blankets and twins, because it's like you can make the same blanket with the same stitches, but use different colors or a different stripe. And they're like same, but different. This peacock green blue is something I get really excited about. Definitely begun to find a rhythm with the star blankets and their stitch patterns. Yep, that's kind of how it happens. Like this point where I'm at on this blanket, once you get past 2B and 3B, and like these are like the setup rounds, now you can just repeat. It's a little more complicated because you have multiple points, but it's the same concept of repeating as the 6-day star. And once you get it, once you understand it, you don't really have to think a lot about it. So it's like, it's the same as the star for a little while. And then it's like you have a couple more setup rounds and then it's more repeats. It's really not that difficult. It looks a lot more complex than it really is. And I think the way I wrote it, I kind of made it a lot more clear how the pattern works. I mean, a lot of people were making it already, but I think that the additions that I made to it are going to make it much more popular with people. When people get tired of the 6-day star blanket because it's everywhere, then maybe they'll be like, let me do the superstar instead, or let me do the supernova instead. Let me be different. Whoops. Yep, this one is a skip 4. It has a skip 4 going into the bottom of the dip. I'm on the star. I did the star. I'm on the superstar, and I'm hoping to get a supernova started. Well, remember, now I did 4 lives for each blanket. This is my third of 4. But remember that I did part of this, but I pre-gamed and I did the setup rounds for the superstar and the supernova. I did most of them off camera. All right, so here we go. That was round 2B. So you're not to be or not to be. So you're not going to need me to show you another video for 2B because this is going to be a repeat round. It's going to be the same every time you repeat as you go forward. The only difference is going to be you're going to have one more set of 3 double crochet on each side. Okay, so you're always going to have 3, 3, 3 in the peak. You're always going to have chain 1, skip 4, double crochet 3 together, chain 1, skip 4 in every valley. Okay, you have 2 valleys now, where you used to just have 1. Now you have 2. but they're still the same. Now you have a big peak and it's got 5, 1, and 5. So the next time you do round 3, it's going to have 6, 2, 2, and 6. And then the next time it's going to have 7, 3, 3, 7, 8, 4, 4, 8, depending on how big you go. Okay. And I gave stitch counts for 10 repeats in the pattern. You don't have to do them all. You'll never, I don't know. I lost track. I looked at your comment and I lost track of what I was trying to say. I'm sorry. Yeah, each time it's just going to grow by 1 and the stitch counts are there for you. Oh, the other freebie, I forgot to talk about this freebie, but I did like stitch counters and round counters for these blankets. Now this one is really confusing because I did setup rounds and then, round 2 through 7 and then 2 through 6. And then I started with this 2A, it's not your fault. 2A, 2B, 3A, 3B, 7A, 7B, et cetera, making it a little bit more complicated. So I made a round tracker for you where you can just check off the rounds as you do them. And then on the other side of it, it has the stitch counts for each repeat. And that was a really complicated cheat sheet to make, but I did it for you all. So that is a freebie. If you signed up for Star Blanket September, you should have gotten an email with a downloadable for that. All right, let's do round 3B, and then those will be all the repeat rounds. You won't need me to keep coming on here live and showing you how to do your blanket because you're just going to repeat. Did you make that last gray fan 2 double crochet on purpose? What are you talking about? You mean this? It's double crochet 3 together. It's double crochet 3 together. This is 3 double crochet, and this is double crochet 3 together. All right, 3B, let's do it. And this replaces 3A from here to the end. This is going to be what your round 3 looks like. Slip stitch, chain 2, double crochet 2 together in the same space, 3 double crochet in each of the next 5 spaces. Okay, so each of these spaces is going to get 3 double crochet. Let me pull back just a little bit. Three, 3, 3 in the peak. 1, 2, 3, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then going down, we're going to have 3 double crochet in each of these spaces. I'm going to laminate my trackers and use dry erase pens for future blankets. That's a really good idea. Yeah, so you want to print out your pattern, and then it has all the stitch counts for all the different repeats. As you complete a repeat, cross out that stitch count so that when you come back around to the next repeat, you'll know where you are. But I think after you do the first couple repeats, I think most people kind of get the hang of it. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about that, but that was how I wrote the patterns, to try and help you just memorize what you were doing. Okay, and these 2 spaces before and after the double crochet 3 together, the chain 1 space, are always going to get double crochet 3 together. Three double crochet in the 1 space. Three, 3, 3 in the peak. Okay, so every point is going to get a 3, 3, 3. Big points and little points. Every chain space is going to get a 3, 3, 3. Every dip is going to have 2 clusters, one before and one after the double crochet 3 together in the row below. And every other space is going to get 3 double crochet. So there's 5 sets of 3 double crochet on the big peak, and there's only 1 3 double crochet on the small peak. So it's 5 and 1, just like round 2. It's going to have the same number as round 2. So this one had 5 and this one has 5. Round 2 always has 1 double crochet 3 together in the dip, and round 3 always has 2, 1 on each side of the dip. And then 3, 3, 3 in the peak always. Okay, so that's going to be our round 3. It's a very easy round. And then you're not going to need me to do another video to show you how to do it, because round 4 is always the same. I already showed you how to do 4. And round 5A and 6A are going to be the same, just with more counts, more stitches in each round as the blanket grows. Round 7B is going to be the same also, just with more stitches. Okay, so it's going to be repetitive after this. And the rounds that you repeat are 4, 5A, 6A, 7B, 2B, 3B. And then you can end on 4 or 7. Double crochet 3 together in the space before and after the double crochet 3 together in the round below. Three double crochet in the next one space. Okay, so the next time you come around to round 3, you'll have 2 on the small peak and 6 on the big peak. Time after that, you'll have 7, so it's going to go up by 1 every time. Ooh, I really like this blue. I need something mindless to work on, I think, on my trip. Take like one mindless thing and one complicated thing in case the complicated thing goes bad. Three, 3, 3 in each peak. Oh my gosh, I love this blue. I'm coming back to the yellow of the cake in mine. Isn't that so fun? I love watching the colors change. My yarn and my projects. Oh, you can't get Noro in the UK? That's a shame. I'm so sorry. I know the Stitch Balm is not available internationally. I found that out. Yeah, I haven't stretched or anything today. I didn't set my timer. It fell on the floor. I'm nearly at the end of the first repeat, and I'm hoping for one more to get to the end of the cake. Only use one. I have a backup. I get it. Well, I know Knitting Fever has a Euro yarns. I know they have a presence, an international presence, not just, US based, but they are, I mean, they are in New York. Their office is in New York. I'm coming back around to the second ball of yarn. I'm not sure it's worth it. Might be easier just to weave in the ends, you know, then I wouldn't have to worry about that the whole time. All right, I guess I'll stretch a little. My back really needs it. My back really hurts. I hear lots of like crunching and cracking. Oh man, my neck too. My neck is like, what are you doing? This round goes so fast. I'm like halfway. I need a new chair. I'm trying not to do too much new furniture until I know, like, is this guy going to sell me this place or not? Am I going to have to go somewhere else? I don't want to move a bunch of stuff. I would like to stay here. I like it here. Oh my gosh, these colors are so exciting. Uh-oh. Well, better to find out now. Oh, I love this bright turquoise. You remembered to move your stitch marker. Well, that's good. Oh, goodness. I'm just trying to rush now. I love this. Look at this. Every round is a different color. That is just so pretty. Hi. It's Luna, I think, right? Oh my goodness, look at this bright green now. It's like emerald green. Thank you for sharing the live. Why am I frozen? Am I frozen? What's happening? Uh-oh. Three in every peak. I am just sitting here watching these colors unfold. They are so pretty. This is such a fun blanket to work on, especially with this yarn. So I am coming up to the end of my round 3B, and oh man, I feel really good that I was able to get through all the different rounds of this blanket. I was worried because I kind of started late, later than I wanted to. So tomorrow I'm going to just wrap things up and I'll show you those borders that I'm doing. And I think, what did I say about this? I think I said I would show you how to do the reverse single crochet. And I just wanted to get a couple stitches in on that. So yeah, so let's see. Round 3B is going to be the same. From now, it's just going to repeat and get bigger. And every time you repeat it, you're going to have one additional set of 3 double crochet on the sides. So this time these guys are hard to see because they're so dark. So let's look at these. Don't look at the 3, 3, 3. Just look at the ones on the side. You're going to have 5. You're going to have the same number that you have in your round 2B. So 2B and 3B, you're going to have the same number, 5 and then 5. And then the next time it'll be 6. And then the time after that, it'll be 7. And then 8, 9, 10, it's going to go up by 1. And then on these smaller peak, it's starting at 1. The next time it'll be 2. The time after that, it'll be 3, 4, 5. So you'll go from 5 and 1. On the next time, you'll have 6 and 2, 7 and 3, 8 and 4, etc., etc. I'm giving you repeats for 10 rounds, but you don't have to do all 10 rounds. And then you just repeat. So after this, you would do round 4, and then 5A, 6A, 7B, 2B, 3B. Just keep repeating those guys until your blanket is as big as you want it to be. This, let's see how big. Do I have a measuring tape? Let's see how big it is so far. The Supernova is for when you want to make a bigger blanket. So it's 17 and a half from the center out, and then you would double it. So it's 30, 34, 35 inches across. So this, I think once you add in your extra point, in my opinion, you should have 3 repeats after that, at least 2 or 3 repeats after you add in. So you would want to do at least 2 more from here, if not 3. Because then you really give this little second point the opportunity to like grow and really show up in the blanket. So this one, same with like the Supernova shawl or the Supernova tree skirt. You want to do those when you want a bigger tree skirt, a bigger shawl, a bigger blanket, is when you do the Supernova. I can't believe Star Blanket September is coming to a close. It's been so great. I guess we still have a few more days. What's today, the 26th? The 25th? What day is it? It's the 26th. All right, my friends, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I appreciate you, and I will see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. Bye. Bye, TikTok. I can figure out how to turn you off. Okay, there we go.